post daily. So make sure that you go and check it out. You can click on this video and I will see you on my channel. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 260K reputation points. And every day I share on all my platforms a lot of free education and analysis. So I really suggest that you go and check it out. You can click on the video and I will see you on it.
Why you're never gonna be a funded trader. Never. There are 3 reasons why you will never be a successful funded trader. And believe me, these are very important reasons. This is the main reason why the funded companies make a lot of money. Trust me, they make tons of money, shit tons of money. And because of these 3 reasons why they're making money, and these are the same 3 reasons why you're never gonna be a funded trader. Never, right? Reason number 1. Is money. Is money itself. That's it. Like if you look at your regular life right now, or even if you read the statistics of funded companies, you're going to see that 90% of people, they come from the background where they don't have enough savings to last maybe like $10,000. You know, 80% of people are participants. They don't have 10,000 to their name, and now they want to trade on a $100,000 account, $200,000 account, $50,000 account, and it's very simple. It's like getting ready to race in a race car. That's what it's like. And we're only doing the stream over here because Casper Guzara asked in our chat that if we're gonna have a live stream, and this is where we are right now. You can't hear me? Well, your probably speakers are turned off. And I bet you didn't hear that either. So welcome to another beautiful stream here. This is the 15th August. Happy Independence Day to India, to all the Indians. To another beautiful listening to stream here. At this is the 15th August. Happy Independence Day to India, to all the Indians. To another beautiful listening to stream here. At this is the 15th August. Happy Independence Day to India, to all the Indians. To another beautiful stream here. There's always this year. Happy Independence Day to India, to all the Indians. To another beautiful stream here. There's always echo. I have no idea. Yeah, there's no echo. Oh, echo everywhere. Oh, leave. What's going on over here? All right, big echo everywhere. What's going on over here? It's increasing. Oh, all right, big echo everywhere. Shouldn't be increasing. Oh, audio reception. Big echo playing. Where's it playing? Shouldn't be increasing. Okay, how about now? We got Inception. Okay, should be good now, right? Gone. Okay, perfect. 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 Oh wow, Gulag goes in crazy. You guys go crazy. Okay, perfect. Much better now. All right, let's get back to business over here. Let's take a look at this over here. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. So had a sell on gold and closed gold around 1786 once this candle was forming, and I wasn't sure whether we're going to break below 1784 or not, but we did broke below 1784. I could have held till here, but I wasn't sure whether we're going to have a retracement or not, because, you know, starting with the Asian session, after Asian Open, we had volume and price continued to push down. Once we reached, you know, closer to pre-London or London Open, I was like, okay, you know what, we're at 1792, and, you know, we're closing like a weak bearish candle, so we may get a bullish candle forming, and then we may continue to go up. But as the London session started, now there's a lot of volume in London session, right? Price just moved up for a little tiny bit, and then we broke below the low. And we've seen that happen, a lot of times. So we broke below the low, yeah, right? High volume time, and this just felt like, okay, well, I guess we have clean candle to the left hand side. There are higher odds for price to continue to push down to the support. Then maybe like, by pre-New York, we can have a support formed, around 1784, and then we can take a buy to continue back up to 1791. That was the whole idea. But we broke below, took the sell, like, okay, well, okay. And then we continue to push down till 1776. So if you look on the weekly, let me remove all these zones over here. Let me switch over to, this trading view here to do this, complicated yet most delicate analysis here that we will do our entire day. So let's take a look at here. Let me change the contrast here a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now let's take a look at on the daily, right? Daily gold has been coming down. We're dropping here on gold. Let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame. Now the entire question is, how far are we going to drop? Because the biggest mistake you're going to make as a trader is going to be when price is falling down, you start to look to the left hand side, you're like, oh wow, Jesus, we have a support over here, let's take a buy. You take a buy, price comes down, right? Price comes down some more. Now when we zoom in over here, what we can see is that to the left hand side, the 4-hour candles, they consolidated for a little bit, right? And this happened last week. We consolidated here. So once you see this sort of like a rejection around 1775, a new trader is going to look at that and say, oh, okay, we're at a possible rejection area. Let's take a buy. And then my buy is going to be at, is going to be at a wick. Taking a trade at the wick just to impress your friends or impress Instagram or impress whatever you want to impress, right? No, that's not the right way because we don't have any confirmations for a buy at this point. Let's take a look on the 1-hour time frame. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, there's no confirmations. And in the past, when I was trading, I would see this every Wednesday, right? Highly, very strong volume day Wednesdays, Mondays and Fridays. So whenever I would see price fall, I would automatically look to the left hand side. I would automatically see an area of rejection. And if I would find it, I would take a buy. And then I would almost all the time lose or be in a massive drawdown. So it's not going to benefit you at all. If you really want to take a buy, you need to wait for some sort of confirmation for buys. Now, let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. Why gold and GJ dropping? There isn't any news. Mr. Sohail Imandar, just calm your tits over there. Just relax. We'll get to everything. Okay, now looking at on the 30-minute time frame, we're having some sort of a rejection here, right? But if this 30-minute candle breaks below the low of the previous one, then there's a high probability it's going to continue to fall down. But if you're going to take a sell at this point on gold, right now, I'm in no trades at this point, and I'm in no rush to take a trade either. Now, if you want to really take a sell at this point, don't take a sell. And the only reason why is because we've been falling since Asian Open. Since Asian Open, price has been falling. We fell almost like, 230 pips at this point. So taking a sell is not right. What you want to do is you want to wait for some sort of a market structure to form, because if price does form, let's say some sort of a support, then that's a really good indication that price, it would or may continue to push up. So you just got to wait at this point now, right? I'm going to wait on gold. There's no market structure. The only market structure we see is price coming down. That's it. Now, someone asked what made gold and pound yen fall down. Well, here's when we're going to go towards it. Angry China stages more drills near Taiwan. So shouldn't that make gold go up? Shouldn't that make gold go up? But I guess it didn't. And you're going to ask me why, and I have no idea. I'm going to stick to price action here. Now, let's take a look at pound yen over here on the daily time frame, starting from the daily. Looking at the daily on pound yen, we're basically breaking below the support 166, 130. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we don't know how this 4-hour candle is going to close. Looking at the right now, we're coming down at this point. Before I do that, let me confuse you guys even more. Pre-market data. All right, time for confusion for new traders over here. Right, pre-market data. Let's see what this data says of it. The data is negative. It's very negative, right? So negative pre-market data is an indication that gold may push bullish by the stock exchange open, or equities open. We don't know. So it just means that price may go up in gold. Do I go buy this? Do I trade buy this? Absolutely not. Do I use my brain before I execute the trade by keeping this data in mind? Absolutely yes. So that's what you want to do at this point, right? Okay, back to pound yen. Looking at the 1 hour time frame on pound yen, what we can identify here first is that there was a support on the 1 hour which we broke, and there was a resistance which we respected. Now as price is coming down, we need to look to the left hand side and see what are we up against. We are up against nothing. We are up against clean candles for the left hand side that happened on the 2nd August here after NYC open prices continued to rally. So what we're going to do is we will break this down into the 30-minute time frame, right? And on the 30-minute time frame, what we find is that we have created a support, right? This 30-minute candle is going to close very soon, so we got to measure this range. This is a 52 pip range. So I guess we'll have to wait for some sort of a structure to form on this as well. The only thing I can see is that if this 30-minute candle closes bearish, then we've created a resistance in a downtrend for price to continue to push down. That's what I could sense at this point right here. But what's this? Free girls from your city. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I guess from tomorrow we're going to ban the word free and girls. Yeah, these 2 words are going to be banned from tomorrow, so we can keep these bots away. Free girls, wow. Yeah. You know, David Sikinski. David Sikinski, what happened to your IG? It's not there. You won't be able to find me. It's deactivated at this point because I wanted to push YouTube. I found out that on Instagram, it wasn't really helping a lot, you know, so YouTube was much better. You could post videos and, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, man, like I'm going to be way, way more active on YouTube and Twitter. Just got onto Twitter as well, so it's going to be pretty interesting. So yeah, so we're going to wait for the 30-minute candle to close on pound yen over here. Let's take a look at this chart sent by Jitesh Tiwari. Waiting for the retracement. Perfect. Sounds good. Well done. Did you look at any trade at London session? Yes, I actually got into a sell on gold as we broke below this area. I broke this down on my YouTube as well. Share ID maybe. Yeah, it's so my ID on Twitter is Rajabanks2. Rajabanks2. Let me write this in there here. Yeah, I'll be the new Donald Trump on Twitter. Oh yeah, I think Twitter is hilarious. It's I've been having so much fun on that thing. It's actually hilarious. Okay, let's see here. So we have a question unrelated to trading. Okay, I trained my neck doing a pull and it hurts to look left and right. Do you have any suggestions? Would you recommend to help in this situation? Well, Mr. Visitor, quite funny you asked this question because I actually sprained my neck 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago I sprained my neck. I woke up, I slept on a fat pillow, I woke up, I couldn't move my neck, I couldn't look left, I could look right, no problem, I couldn't move up as well. So I was literally like this to everyone. Hey, how are you? Or turn here, I can turn here, fine, hey, how are you? If I want to look up, I look up like this, and I turn around like this. I felt like a robot. That's what happened to me 3 years ago. And you know how I cured it? There's no cure. There's no cure for a sprained neck. The only thing I knew that I have a sprained neck today, in 2 days, it's not going to be here anymore. That's the only thing I knew. You know, in times of adversity, just understand, you may go through a tough time now, but maybe like a year from now, that tough time is not going to be there. So that's exactly how I, oh, you sprained about exercising. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, my neighbor told me put a hot towel, but I didn't do that. I just said to myself, hey, Raja Banks, you're going to be fine in 2 days. And I just looked forward to Monday. And I just looked forward to Monday. Okay, on Monday I'm going to be fine. On Monday I'm going to be fine. And I'm fine on Monday. So while exercising, I don't know, maybe like, you know, a week. Check this Insta handle. He is your market intake student. Check his stuff. Okay, we'll take a look at it later. Just took a year off to trade because 3 years of losses, your advice, knowledge coming back. Amazing, man. Thank you. Please look at my chart. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a, oh, entered sell once I saw the 30-minute candle retested. Entered expecting price to continue down as there are clean candles to the left. So you took a sell on pound yen as there are clean candles to the left. I would say maybe wait for this 30-minute candle to close. Maybe wait for that 30-minute candle to close, because if we still, measure this range, this is a 24 pip range, but just wait. I would say just wait a little bit for the 30-minute candle to close. The problems you worry about now won't mean shit in a year. I'm telling you from experience. Oh yes. Just like your root canal, go through the pain now. Exactly. You go through root canal, in a week it's going to be fine. But I have a permanent fix for a root canal. I have a permanent solution for root canal. And this only applies for people who can basically afford it in some countries. So basically, when I have a root canal, just went to a doctor. Doctor said, hey, your tooth is going to need a root canal. I was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. You're going to remove this tooth, and then you're going to send the scan to the lab, and we're going to get a new tooth put in, because I'm not going to deal with that. One root canal leads to some more root canal, some more digging, more cavities. So hey, if you got a problem, you just got to remove that problem from your book. That's all what I do. If people give you issues, remove them. Friends give you issues, remove them. Teeth give you issues, just get removed. Took gold buys now as we passed the previous 15-minute high. That's actually very tough. So hey, what do we talk about? So you're taking buys as the 15-minute candle broke the high of the previous 15-minute candle in a very heavy downtrend. The downtrend is so strong. You're taking a buy on the 15-minute. I know this could work. But at the same time, at least wait for a higher confirmation time frame. So if I'm going to take buys, I'm not going to say you're wrong. This may work. But what I'm going to do is, from my experience, I'm going to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. If the 30-minute candle can close bullish, then I'm going to be looking to take buys. Is there any video about that on YouTube? Mr. Emmett, maybe just YouTube magic keys and you're going to get your answer, right? If you would have typed magic keys in YouTube, it would have taken you far less time than typing all this here in Zoom. Is there a strong correlation between US30 and DXY? Not at this point. I haven't really looked into it, but there is some. Have you seen the reviews of green markets on something about it? Oh, I can't do anything about it. People all buy reviews all the time. Dear, when I went to Market Fluidity website, there's Market Fluidity September intake. It's the best September intake, so I can pay it from that now. Yes. Could you please review? I'm in this GJ trade. Okay, let's take a look at this chart over here. This chart is sent from one of our viewers from the Gulag. Let's take a look at this. You're in this cell. Yeah, we just talked about these cells over here. Why gold dropped so much? I think the price action was there for it to drop. I couldn't find any news. I just looked at it and I was like, okay, you know what? Probably price action. After a long decline in gold, only one 30-minute candle is enough. I would say so. That's where I would want to buy. But also depends how far we can move up, right? Because if I measure this range, let's say the 30-minute candle closes a very strong candle like this, and then I'm looking at this possible range, probably like, till like 40 pips here, but also in the 30-minute, the stop is going to be way too big. So I'm not going to be interested in the buy. For me to take a buy on, after retracement, it has to be somewhat around, like a 30 pip candle, 25 to 30 pip candle. This is a pretty big candle right here, because this would make the stop also pretty big as well. I mean, if you look on the 15-minute, if this was a 30-minute, 100% would have taken that buy. But this was on the 15-minute, so I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Maybe I'm going to get a retracement, resistance form, and then we can move down. Let's take a look at this chart. David, if next candle closes bearish, is it good to sell if we break the low? Yes. That is what I would personally look at as well. I suggest you should go to Kaduna in Nigeria. No thanks. I was a little bit late. Did you? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We did talk about gold sales. Watching you from the gym in Belgium. Oh, nice. Get those reps in, man. Get those reps in. What's your view surrounding leverage? Are you looking to modify your 100 to 1? I'll keep it at 100 to 1. I've never even thought about leverage at all. I've never thought about leverage, never looked at leverage. From the start, all I knew was 500 to 1 is the best leverage to have. And I stuck with that until my account went above 100,000. Automatically, my leverage was dropped to 100 to 1. Because most of the liquidity providers, they provide 100 to 1. So I guess when your account grows over 6 figures, your leverage gets reduced to 100 to 1. So we've kept it at that. Now my account is in 7 figures, and it's still, 100 to 1 is still plenty. It's still plenty. It's still more than enough for you to make, let's say, like 2% a day, 1% a day, and that's all what you need at the same time. Plus, also, you need time and patience in that journey of, becoming profitable. How about GJBuy is about 161, 100? We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. It's about 7 minutes left, so we're gonna wait. Will you do live tomorrow, CAD CPI? No. No, sir. I figured out every single Monday market gives us opportunity to enter at London Open and move until NY in that direction. That is absolutely correct, Mr. Fareed. That's what I have seen as well. When will there be a bootcamp in Lahore? Haven't decided that yet. Are you doing meet and greet in Miami? Yes, on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. It's going to be the 7th or the 8th September. We're going to announce it on YouTube here. I'm from Makkah. Come to our hospitality, inshallah. How are you doing, man? Happy day. Happy day to you too, Rick. I'm doing amazingly well. If there's another bearish candle breaking below the lows in gold, would you be looking to sell? Yes, I will be looking to sell. And it all depends on how this 15-minute candle closes. If this 15-minute candle closes with a big rejection, then we may arrange for a little bit. Do you enter on the 1 hour? No. What happens to Instagram account, bro? Already talked about it on my YouTube. You can check that out on my YouTube. Could you split your 2 million account in smaller accounts to get your leverage to 500? No, because I wouldn't need 500 leverage. I don't need 500 leverage. I don't need to, full margin my account. 500 leverage is great, fine, but I don't need to full margin my account. What about 30 to 1? 30 to 1 is a little on the low end. 30 to 1 is a little on the low end. I'll tell you what happens. This is exactly what happens with regulated brokerages, right? So basically what happens is a bunch of people come to trade and a bunch of people lose some trades, or they lose some money, or their profits or their positions get slipped on like high volatile news because they're greedy fucks and they want to make a lot of money, and so they trade news, right? They lose money on a regular brokerage, and then what happens is when a large amount of people lose money, they go over to the security exchange, or they go over to the national finance department, and they complain about a particular brokerage that, hey man, we've lost money on this brokerage, because they allow us to use too much risk. So when they put their own blame to someone else, then they say, okay, hey, what, Mr. Regulated Brokerage, you need to be regulated, and we're going to shut you down to a maximum leverage of 30 to 1, so that people don't lose money because they don't know how to manage risk. That's what happens when regulated brokerages only can provide lower leverage. What the hell is this? M0986440739. Hey, Will, if you're writing someone's code over here, I don't know, everyone just saw that. So yeah, there's also 1,000 to 1, highly unregulated. So 100 to 1 is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Miss you, Instagram morning speech. Follow my YouTube. Hey, Will, are you doing some black magic over here or what? If you're trying to do some black magic, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. This is not the place. Who's Will? The other Will Ewing. Oh. Please activate your Insta. No, YouTube Shorts suck. No, they don't. Trust me, they don't. YouTube, you don't know the power of the reach YouTube has. Instagram hasn't made me a single dollar. YouTube makes me like 4,000 or 5,000 a month. And if I can focus on YouTube, that 4,000 or 5,000 can become 20,000, 25,000 a month. Easy. The beauty about YouTube Shorts is that you can search them. They're like TikToks. They're like Reels on Instagram. You can search YouTube Shorts. So, and that's massive. I mean, Instagram, whatever, man. Like, what are you going to do? Post a few pictures and people like that and make comments and that's it? That's no fun. Respected Bhaijan. In GJ, we created a fake out towards downside in the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, looking at the 30-minute right here, it does seem like we have basically created this possible fake out. We still got about 3 minutes left for the candle to close, and if we can, I guess, close above this area. And the reason why I'm looking at the 15-minute, because this move up on the 15-minute is a wick on the 30-minute, so we're forced to go down one time frame to look at that. Now, are we going to do the same on the 15 and 5-minute? Absolutely not. Insta, good for product, but service. YouTube is awesome reach. Yes. Would you be looking at buys in gold? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. For gold buys, the stop is going to be massive, man. Like minimum 30 pip stop. So I'm going to stay away from gold. Like, you know, Mr. Hair had a wonderful buy on gold. Like, amazing, man. That was a beautiful, beautiful buy on gold you had on the 15-minute. Risky, but it was amazing because you made it work. So yeah, still got some time here for the candle to close. What consequences are there to hold trade from last week? I don't know, you just pay more swap. Could you look at silver? No, you need to send a chart for me to look at. I've never looked at silver. What's the most popular brand of... Is logarithmic chart better than linear? This candle chart right here is way better. Wow. So yeah, so I guess this was correct analysis right here about the pre-market being an all-time low. Well, not all-time low, but low, and this may push gold up, right? So you see this? Awesome. So whenever it's red, just buy gold. I'm joking. Don't just do that because someone can turn around and say, oh, Raja said just buy gold when that's red. And I buy gold and I lost. No, you can't do that. What's your stop loss for those 150 pip trades? How do you manage? In this recent sell I had on gold, I was very lucky and fortunate to have an amazing stop loss. My stop loss was only like 10 pips, 12 pips above the high of the candle. That was my stop, and it turned out to work amazingly. Was very fortunate. All right, let's take a look at. Okay, wait. So the candle has closed bullish. We are at the NY open time right now, and the candle closed with no wick on the top. So in this case, would want to see price retrace a little bit. Actually, hold on. We did a simulation this Saturday, and we talked about when there's a trend and it's volume time, there's a very high probability for price to continue pushing in this desired direction if the previous candle closes with no wick on the top. Right? But in this case, the stop loss would be 18, 19 pips. Yeah. It would be 18, 19 pips. Let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour is closing like this. 18, 19 pips. I'm gonna take a shot on that idea, because that's something we saw on we saw on simulation we did on Saturday, and that's what we came up with basically. So let me try this on a smaller lot size. I'm going to go with a 25 lot, and I'm going to try this on a smaller lot size. Stop is going to be around within the range 161, 040, 050. Risking about $2,600 here on this one right here. So what we talked about was that normally when a candle closes with no wick in buys, right, there's a 50-50 chance that prices are going to go your way, right? But how do you make that chance to work in your favor? How do you make price going in your favor, let's say a 70-30% chance, right? And this is exactly how. That you need the candle to close above the range in a trend, so this would be a counter trend. You need to have clean range to the left hand side, which is what we have over here. And it should be time when there's volume in the market. So if you look at the time, this is pre-New York, there is volume in the market. So we have met 3 conditions for price to go bullish in this scenario. And this is the first time I'm executing on this idea after watching it for maybe 4 or 5 months. So I've watched it happen for 4 to 5 months, and this is the first time I'm executing on this with a 25 lot. right? Now, if I have executed on this for the next, let's say like 40 times, 50 times, then I'm going to have real market data to back off my claims that, hey, when these three points are fulfilled, there's a high probability for price to move where we want it to move, and then I can bring in the 50 lots and 100 lots and 125 lots and 150 lots, and who knows, what's going to happen at that point. But this is how you test ideas that you've experienced or seen happen in the market. So I guess to be safe, probably going to be looking at around 161,370. So yeah, let's see it works, and gold over here as well, if you think it's going to go up, it needs to break this high here to continue pushing up. Why does it say maximum drawdown 57? Where does it say that? Where do you see that? Maximum drawdown 57. Let's take a look at this chart here anyway. Let's take a look at this chart. Buddy, I just took a buy on pound yen here in front of you. This guy here in strong zone 1 hour. Isn't price doing a retest to go further down? Yeah, sure. It can. But I'm just looking at, I'm just executing it based on what I talked about here. Just testing. But if it wants to go down, I think it needs to create a resistance right here. I would say so. And another big reason why, is what I just saw on the 1 hour time frame right here, that price went down, rejected 160, 600, closed with a rejection, and the next 1 hour candle broke above the high to continue up. So we'll see how this goes over here now on the 30 and 15 minutes. So I'm going to be managing this trade on the 15-minute time frame. Just got my magic keys redeemed by my commissions. Oh, very nice. So someone here in the Gulag just got free magic keys through Dominion Markets. Absolutely free magic keys from Dominion Markets. Well, of course you have to pay commission, but you pay commission either way to trade. Amazing, man. Congratulations. Biggest withdrawal from Dominion Market yet, around 700,000. That was my biggest withdrawal last, I think it was last year or this year, around 700. Just curious, why does it say on the day beta, on today beta thing, what? Yeah. You have the 4 hour resistance, la 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 la. Yeah, I know, but do you guys even listen to what I say? Do you guys listen to what I say? I know exactly what's happening in the market. Exactly, I know what's happening in the market. But you really need to listen to what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. How I explain things. That's very important. I got Market Fluidity database using commissions, but no Slack. Yes, you only get the database now. I bought on-screen magic keys, and it's amazing. Very nice. Is anyone making more than you in Dominion Markets? I don't know. There may be some people over there. So I closed 50% because it's retracing more than I thought it would, just to manage risk. Who is your favorite streamer on YouTube right now? Raja Banks. Is anyone making? Because if I would have a favorite YouTube streamer who streams trading, I would say they would need to have a much larger reach than me. They would need to have, I think, more dialogue on the streams, and that would make me just wow, I have competition now. Controller Effects, my favorite. He's actually my favorite student. Sir, I'm new. Have you given any signal today? Yes, I gave a signal for buyers on pound yen, which are running in drawdown at this point so far. Buys on gold looking good, very nice. Under your buy and sell buttons, under my buy and sell buttons. Oh, max drawdown 50%. Yeah, I don't know what that value dictates. On the chart, we can see your trades taken. How to do that? It's a mechanism. It's a feature of MetaTrader. Feature of MetaTrader. Yeah, I don't think these buys are going to work over here. I'm going to close this whole trade right here. Beautiful. Very nice. So let's take a look at this here. Custom period. Let's take a look at this from so far 2020, 2021, 2100. We got to go in over here, 2022. We are in August, and yeah, this August right here. Yeah. So see this. I think the risk was around $3,200, $3,100. Close the trade at $1,600. Manage risk, just manage risk. Pre-New York not working. That's okay. Sure, gold buys entire daily candle. Just wait for the opportunity to sell again, right? All right, let's see here. Do you watch Formula One? No, I don't watch Formula One. If the chance is 50-50 on a no-wick candle, then if you follow up the overall trend for the day, which is bearish, wouldn't it make much more favorable to take sells when it sells more percent? Yeah, they could have been, but you know, this here, it just made sense to me. It just made sense to me, so I'm going to stick with that. But I think trend is mostly identified not as if from a daily trend, like the daily trend can be very, very bearish, and you know, on the 4-hour we can create a very strong support, and price may just continue to rally up, you know, to correct that whole daily trend, because daily trend is made off of the weekly, so price may just rally up to correct the daily move which was down. So that's what I thought right here, you know, that if we are in a bearish trend, this 1-hour candle moved up, and I think I had enough substantiated evidence to take a buy on pound yen for price to move up. But you know, at the end, manage risk, so it's all good. Not gonna lie, control FX better trader. Sure, perfect. Some students are better. When you're coming to Instagram, I came and I left. There will be no more Slack group intake. There will be a Slack group intake, but through Dominion Markets, you only get access to the database. Should have waited to break the high. No, there will be no more. Buy a Lambo in Singapore. Man, that's very expensive. A unicorn in the chat. I agree. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of like, you know, wait around over here. And yeah, here I would wait to make dabble bottom to enter a buy trade. Beautiful. A dabble bottom for a buy trade. Gotta tell my servant to bring me some green tea with honey over here. What do you think to open new position on this trade at the rejection area? Do you have any evidence that it's gonna go up? It could, you know, because now the first half of the 30-minute candle is closing. So maybe if we break above this high, we could continue pushing up. You know, that could be the idea. So may look to see if I can give my trade a second chance there. When you're coming back to Instagram, not anytime soon. But in the meanwhile, you can catch all the updates on my Twitter and on YouTube. Okay. Deleted by Uncle Ted. Okay. Did you brought G-Wagon? No, I rented it. What about 10 pips daily? He looks like a good trader. Sure. I have buy on it. Nice. I got 20 pips on GG on market open. Very nice. And this is for entertainment only. I agree with that. This is highly, highly entertaining. I think GJ is just retesting to keep going down. LOL. That makes sense too. If I get access to the database to market fluidity with the mentioned price, will I get access to Slack in 20 to 24 hours or in September intake? You will, yes. We are making support on 5-minute. Perfect. Perfect. That's what we want price to do. Create support so we can hit it again. Hit it again. Haji Temur, green tea with honey. 5 minutes, mein. Okay. Sent a voice note to my servant. Get the green tea ready with honey in 5 minutes. What do your family think about your trading business? They don't think anything about it. Nothing about it. They're just like, they don't get it. So the only work they think I'm doing is just these live streams. Yeah, it's funny. Just these live streams. And someone asks, oh, what does your son do? Oh, he does this YouTube thing. Yeah. Hey, Raja, I'm 70 pips on gold. Oh, very nice. I hope sells. Hey, I was like, I didn't offer any tea. Oh, do you watch soccer? I don't. So the following question is invalid. Does Little Raja Banks know what support resistance is? No. But he knows how to kick a ball. That's all what he knows at this point. I think you're assuming that I'm copying anything. I just asked for your opinion. So sorry you woke up angry today. Ha 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 ha. AJ Mirza. Which country? That's hilarious. Cash. To Penda Amani. Yeah, so we're just going to chill out over here. Let's take a look at the news and see what is happening. So far, with junk debt removing hard to shift, banks try rebranding their loans. This is very, very interesting. For people who don't know what this means, I don't know either because I haven't looked into it. The 30-minute candle is going to close in 15 minutes. Could you please remove the blue annotate on the Zoom? Oh, we have someone with ADHD here, I guess, so we're going to remove that. I was having some ADHD watching this line as well. So, but I'm learning to fight it because now I just ignore certain things that may look odd to me or my eyes and I just try to ignore them. But then a point comes where you can't ignore them anymore. Have you seen Omar Ogogs? No. He recorded all your live trades, shows there's a net loss. He goes on to say that you only grow an account because you own the broker, blah, 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 30% more. What do you think about it? What do you think about someone who thinks that I'm not a... So what do I think about someone who thinks I'm not a profitable trader? Nothing. I don't think anything of it. If my Instagram was activated, you could see I had much better returns on Vantage FX and IC markets. But, you know, there's no proof any there at that point now. But, you know, I don't think anything about it. This stream is very good. Thank you. Omar doesn't know what MT4, MT5 is. So, oh, yeah, that's I guess that's true too. Do you know Sneeko? No, I don't. Do you see volumes during trade? Yes, I do see volumes during trade. I have these special glasses I wear, and then I see volumes during trade. And let me tell you a very true story about really focusing on what people think, right? This is absolutely true. So in 2017, mid 2017 and 2018, I was going through a very, 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 very tough time, right? A very tough time, you know, nothing to do with money. It wasn't something to do with money. It was like all about like, you know, psychological, emotional thing I was going through, you know, stuff with family and all that, you know. And what happened was that there were these kids and they made meme accounts about me, my family, my mom and dad. They made memes about them, you know. Those accounts, they got flooded with stuff and all that stuff, and it was just like, you know, very damaging. So what happened was so at that point, I was very active on social media, and there was someone who says, hey man, you're such a disgrace to your family, you're such an embarrassment to your family, that look what they're doing to you, and you're still active on social media, posting stories, doing YouTube and all this stuff. If I was you, if you had any ounce of respect for the people you love, you would stop this YouTube and Instagram stuff. That's what he said to me, you know. And I thought about that, and I thought about that too. But you know what I also thought about? I also thought about the fact that who gives a flying fuck what someone thinks? And if I would have listened to that guy back then, this YouTube wouldn't be where it is now. The Instagram I had, it wouldn't be where it is now. This community we have, this community would have died. So I didn't give two fucks what they said. I kept on going. Those accounts, they're gone now. Those meme accounts, they've gone now. Those kids, they have jobs now. They're doing better. And look at me. We're doing way better. Way better. People talk about stuff, rumors about things they don't fully understand. You know, so when someone says, oh, like, you know, they wanna, like, you know, Raja Banks, he owns, like, you know, a share of the brokerage or whole brokerage or whatever the case is, you know, at the end, I'm just like, okay, fine, whatever, you know, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Because, and the only reason why is because they're not at the same level where they thought they would be where they are now. So, and it also pisses them off more because those are the same people who've been following me for the last 3 years, 4 years. I know some guys who've been following me for 4 years now. They're watching this YouTube live right now, just hating and burning inside. You've been following me for 3, 4 years, and you've seen the amount of, like, I mean, I don't know, I don't want to say notoriety, but amount of success I've had from all my businesses. I've started 3 businesses. All 3 of them are multi-million-dollar businesses at this point. And brokerage is the smallest one. Trading is the biggest one. That's where you make fuck you money. Brokerage, education, magic keys, that's okay money. They can talk whatever they want. You got the money, power. Yeah, that's true. So glad you kept going. Yep, I never stopped. Never, ever put any weight on what people think about you. Never do that. Never, ever do that. I found an IG account with someone here towards that and you. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Question on chart for understanding. Okay, let's take a look over here. This is gold. Just for my understanding, as you say, overall daily is uptrend. Candle did not make a top. I remember doing a fresh. Remember I mentioned blah 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 blah. Yeah, because there was a resistance here to the left hand side. That's the reason. It's coming into a range, and there was also rejection right here. It's also this wick rejection right here as well. So it needs to have clean range to the left hand side. It needs to have like no obstacle looking to the left. Thank you for your YouTube channel. It's helping me a lot. Thank you. Does the strategy work on stocks? Maybe. He's not going to change his background? No. Which white graph, please? We'll keep it black. The energy in hating and watching others can make you a better trader as you use it. Yeah, exactly, man. Because once I came into the social media stuff, if you guys remember, I used to throw, like subliminal jabs here and there. I still do, but now it's more in a humor way. Back then I used to go all out on people on Instagram, and that was really hindering my success. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? All this energy, if I put all this energy in my content, my knowledge, my trading, my growth, I think I'm going to be way better than what I am now. And that's what I did. Um, You will never be a funded trader. I really love that video. I made 2% of account. Oh, wow. Very nice. Just by following the rules. Very good. You have helped so many of us. Thank you. No problem. Raja, please share your views on bank zones. I don't believe of any bank zones. I don't know any bank zones. I think people who talk about bank zones and they know where banks trade are full of shit. This whole thing about smart money concepts and trade with the banks and institutions, it's all garbage. It's all a marketing scheme to sell you $1,000 course. That's all what it is. The banks never show you where they trade. They don't. Banks' job is to make more money than you. Why will they tell you where they trade? You don't make fuck you money. You haven't made any big money on stream outside of buy stops and sell stops on gold during news. Never with your strategy. Richard, that's fine. SMC traders make the most money. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, there are people who make more money than me, way more than me. I know guys who make way more than me. I know them on first name basis. They make way more than me. Never ever I would look at them and say, "Oh yeah, you're doing something fraudulent, or you're doing something like this or like that." No, I use that as inspiration. I'm like, "Oh, wow, crazy! Someone's making this much, damn!" And they know people who make way more than them. So yeah, I mean, it's all about the experiences you go through life. I think it's all about how you're brought up, how you view money, how you view circumstances. Do you blame yourself for the position you're in, or like that stuff. So I think there's a lot of growth we all need to do. I'm growing every day too, so yeah, I mean, all I can say is, like, I don't care if you or anyone else want to grow, but I'm growing every day. Every day I'm growing new hair every day. It's like going to McDonald's and telling people eating Big Mac is Whopper is better. A question in general, I know, how do you get to that level? I don't think you can trade with normal brokers if you grow that much. Yeah, you can, 100%. No, I think Richard is amazing. Richard is an amazing person, which is why he's in market fluidity. I think he's joined market fluidity because of two reasons: maybe to actually learn, and I think he is learning. Or number two, he went in market fluidity through Dominion Markets, which means he trades on a platform. So still amazing. And like these kind of questions and comments, I really enjoy them because it gives a chance for someone to play the devil's advocate. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So whenever I have a conversation with a friend of mine, I always like to play the devil's advocate. I always like to be the negative Nancy and say, well, what about this? What do you so what about that? What about this? What do you feel about this? All that stuff, because it keeps the dialogue going and make things more interesting. So it's good, and that's how I've grown as a person too. Back in the day, if I were to argue with somebody, I would get really mad and all that stuff. But now, no, I'm just like, oh yeah, okay, bring on the argument, let's argue. Why do you keep making mistakes all over again? It's like your brain freeze. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You really have to mentally realize that, hey, this is the same mistake you're about to make, you made last week. Again and again and again and again. And most of the times, you're making this mistake. And most of the times, when you click buy or sell, knowing you're making the mistake, I think that's the point you need to just calm down and open the trade with a lower lot size. Because when you're making that mistake, you're like, I know I'm making the mistake, but this time it feels right. And when that feeling of this time it feels right comes into your mind, that's when you gotta be like, okay, you know what? It's not about feeling. Let me lower down the lot size. Raja makes more money than trading pairs here. That's why he trades so casual. Yeah, I wasn't a casual trader in the start, but I became casual knowing it just takes some time. Let's see here. Poundian, if the current 30 minute candle break its own top wick, is it good to enter longs? Since the 15 minute candle is about to close, we'll have to wait for that to break above this, 161, 280 now. 161, 280. That's what you would want price to break. 161, 280. And I think also the reason why my channel and the stream has grown so much is because we appreciate criticism. We appreciate a good dialogue, a good argument. We appreciate that. You go to some other streams, and when you say some negativity, now excuse my language. I'm gonna say again, excuse my language. People say, "Oh yeah, fuck you, nigga. Yo, I got more money than you, man. Like, fuck you, screw you, bum. You peasant. Blah blah blah." That's what they say, you know. But not over here, man. Not over here, because we are all grown-ups at this point. So interaction is everything. These people just came into thinking we'll copy trade, start making a bunch of money. Oh man. Oh man. If you would have followed your stop loss, you would have been in profit or cancel a break even. As I still manage risk. Look, man, like I still manage risk. Peggy. The question not related to trading. After your hair transplant, did you ever face hair loss? And do you use any particular shampoo recommended by your hair doctor? No, I didn't. I started going to the gym, short some muscles, and that stuff just started to pop out on its own. Google is smart money concepts. Legit on stream. Please say myth to sell a course. Myth to sell a course. Explain GJ trade. Already explained it earlier on in the stream. What's your opinion on this chart? Let's take a look at this chart by Hussein Razazat. All right, let's take a look at this over here. Targeting the high, pound yen 5. Yeah, I don't know about the 5-minute time frame. You'll have to do better than the 5-minute time frame. Wow, look at that. Look at that gold go. Holy, yeah, this would have been a, wow, this would have been a, I think it would have been an okay sell over here. 16 pip over here. Wow, but we still at the support now. Uh, Buying, holding buys is pretty tough at this point right here. Hope you can show this mechanism one day that shows past trades. It would help a lot better. Man, is this the new can of idiocity that we opened over here? Let's take a look at this right here. Go to properties, go to show, then click show trade history. Just stop by to appreciate your struggles. You talked about, trust me, I know how hard it would be to get 100 problem in the night. You lost a matter of seconds, man. You must act like nothing happened. See, at the end of the day, social media is not real. It's not real. It didn't affect me now. It won't affect me ever. Never. Never social media is going to affect me. I have a private group with a bunch of my friends who make a lot of money. Then they own a lot of assets. And, you know, never once have they even seen me complain, oh, let me turn on Instagram back again. Never, ever, never. You know, because it's not real life. My real life is much more vibrant than social media. I'm not a consistently profitable trader yet, but I have learned a lot about myself that I can apply to trading. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Would it be a dangerous buy at close of 30-minute bullish candle? It was clean candle to the left. Which one? If gold breaks support, where to? If gold breaks support, where is price headed? Where is price headed? So if gold breaks support, price is headed to yeah, I think we can head till 1772. We can head right down there. That's about 20 pips away. 20 pips away. Yeah. That's where it is. 1772 would be a very good idea for price to go to. Right here. Almost, I'd say like 20 pips away. Bunch of madness on the left. Yeah. That one right there. That is right there. Try to take this impulsive sell over here as we broke below the low of the previous candle. So the 30-minute candle is going to open over here very, very soon. And that should continue to drive price bearish. This one right here. We're going to continue past 1774 and we should continue down till 1771. Let's do this. Magic Keys is not opening here on gold for some reason. Maybe we'll have to do oh. Yeah, that's true too, but I'm already in the sell over here. Yeah. Like we broke below the low of the previous 30-minute candle, so I thought, okay, you know what, this is like the perfect storm for price to dip down and crush everyone who's buying. Yeah. Now we got the stop loss above this candle because it's now breaking below this low over here to crush everybody who's buying gold now. But no top wick. WTF? That's absolutely right. There's no top wick. There's no top wick on the 30-minute candle, and this 30-minute candle is breaking the lows of the previous 1, 2, 3 candles, which means that price was so bearish, it couldn't even move up to create a top wick. And that gives us even more confidence that price should continue to push down at this point. Yeah, Magic Keys is right here. But I have to reprogram it. So since this is the lowest of the low, the lows of the lows at this point right here, and we went in about 6 to 7 pip profits, I'm going to be closing 75% as it comes to break even, and as it goes in drawdown. If it goes in drawdown, I'm going to close 75% because you know, just got to manage risk at this point. Yeah, if this candle flips bullish, it's all over. That's why I got the stop above this candle. So I'm just actively managing risk at this point. Just simply actively managing risk. No big deal. No problems, no issues, nothing. But if you do go down, I think this is going to be a very, very legendary trade. Legendary trade. But also listen, I'm going to be managing my risk if it breaks its own high. So right now, my risk on this trade is $5,700. That's my risk, $5,700, my risk, right? So if this trade ends up not working out, then all we're going to do is manage risk. That's all we're going to do. But as you see right now, it's running at about $5,600 right here, 10, 12 pips, you know, perfect location to secure because it's moving down. I know it's moving down. It's moved down 240 pips since morning. I just don't know when is it gonna, you know, reject. I just don't know. So you gotta take what you can. That was dope. I profited. 100% move. Very well done. And for people in the YouTube chat over here, if you guys won this trade too, beautiful. Let me make a YouTube short right here. This is Roger Banks and the gang over here. YouTube also got the sell over here. Continuation sell, but we couldn't sell it for longer because we don't know when it's going to reject. We don't know because it's already fallen 240 pips at this point. I made 5,000 from my 50 lot. This is the same thing as making 500 on a 5 lot or $50 on a 0.5 lot. But, you know, I do think we can continue till 1771, but not sure because of how much it has fallen so far. Love it. Done for the day. Very nice. Quick in out. Yep, that's true. So look, we took 2 trades. One trade managed risk. The other one didn't manage risk. Closed where we wanted it to close. Now someone will say, oh, what's this? 1772.58. 1772.58. Who is this new guy over here? 1772.58. Saying random numbers. Oh, he's a moderator in the chat? 1772.58. Yeah, that makes sense too. That makes sense. But this rejection right here, wasn't too comfortable. Don't do shorts, please. They're so cringe. That's totally fine. I'll do whatever I want. Oh wow, look at that. Moving, retracing, moving, retracing. But honestly, YouTube algorithm loves shorts. YouTube algorithm loves the shorts, you know, and that's good because we're shorting gold and making shorts. Do you think there's a good opportunity for sell on GJ if it breaks the what low? Yeah, I mean, if the 30-minute candle can close back in the range, then this move up becomes a fake out and then we can continue pushing down. But it needs to close back in the range. Do you know how Forex robots work? I don't know. It cares about engagement? Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll see. I'm just gonna run YouTube how I run my YouTube, how I've been running it. Hey man, I'm verified now on YouTube. YouTube doesn't go around verifying everybody. Well, you do need 100,000 subscribers on YouTube to get verified anyway. When is your ES starting? It hasn't started yet. I was told it's better to have a separate channel for short. No, you don't. Have you done EA before? No. Well, yeah, we do have something running, but it isn't there. We want it to run for another, let's say, like 2 months to really know what kind of returns we're getting. Because right now we're only running for like 2 weeks. You know, 2 weeks is not enough for a result. 2 weeks is great to market an algorithm for a $50 cost a month or a $100 cost a month, but 2 weeks is not enough to put big money behind it. So We're going to wait at least like 2 to 3 months to see what the results are. If they're profitable results, then we can put big money behind it. But so far, what's this? We're halfway into August now. So September, October. By the end of October, we can let it run. Control Effects was the first Forex trader to do shorts. Hey, I don't even know he does shorts, Novice. This is what I listen to Gary Vee, right? Some people don't like Gary Vee, but some of his advices are pretty good. I listened to Gary Vee almost like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and he talked about shorts being more important than TikToks and Reels on Instagram. And that way I was like, oh, okay, perfect, I'll do that. Gary's a legend. Gary Vee is my G. Legendary. TradeWise has 1 to 5 years. There's also over 100% profit. Oh, very nice. 100% profit. Beautiful. Run a robot backtesting, which is very helpful. Yeah, we'll see what we can do about that. But looks like this can run all the way into 1772 over here. Cheers for the win from North Macedonia. Very nice. Thanks for the impulse sales, Raja. Thank you. You're welcome. You are most welcome. Do you know about supply demand? Yes. Can't wait for Joe Mag's Fluidity. Awesome. Raja is the Gulag Shepherd. Gulag Shepherd. Ah. Let's see here. What are we trying to do? What are we trying to do? Okay, loop, de-loop. All right. What a great feeling to be done. Very nice. Why there's so many spammers on Zoom? I don't know. Is there room still? Bootcamp 1500 for Market Fluidity members. Yeah, we do have 2 spaces left here now. What's this? My FX journey, Nina. Oh wow, very nice. Total 290, 65 win rate. Crypto group winning rate 90% this week. Great. Oh, very nice. Pound yen looks like it found a resistance moving down, waiting for 30-minute candle to close. Yeah, it needs to close back in the range. So I'm gonna go and get my tea, my green tea, and I guess now we just have to wait to see how the how candle closes for New York Open, basically. Yeah, that's all we're gonna do now. What happened to you and Mac? Nothing. Mac is gonna be with us in Miami. All right. The shepherd needs some tea. Shepherd's gonna get some tea. There's no difference between buying it now and waiting till the intake. All right, I'm back. My trade raining with 330 pips. Trade taken in previous week on CPI News. Very nice. Someone's winning 330 pips over here. Why can't I find your Instagram Wix don't lie? Because it doesn't exist. Iron Man 2. What happened to Iron Man 1? Expired? All right, pound yen. Yeah, we still got some time here for the New York Open. So I think it's going to be, I don't know, for sells over here. I think it's imperative to wait for the 30-minute candle to close on pound yen. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is pound yen, sells, break below the low. Again, in Friday I'm in. Secure 10 pips, let it run. Oh, very nice. Very nice. The funny thing is, Control Effects making shorts and streamings from his bedroom in his mom's flat. We could make memes of that too. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, he's pretty young. You know, he's young. He's like what, early 20s, something like that. So, like, you know, maybe when he's in his 30s, situations can change dramatically. You know. So I wish everyone the best. You know, I also wished Daniel Savage the best, but you know, hey, let's not talk about those people. Why are you still trading after a big win? Where? Raja, look at silver. Because how do you draw your areas and how you decide that price have to close under the area? This one was a impulse trade taken on this candle as it broke below the low, but I held it. Do you think Daniel James had a role to play in your Instagram? No, they didn't. They are first of all, they're way too small to have any sort of influence, and they're also way too small to be even mentioned on this amazing, the world's greatest Forex stream on YouTube. So nothing. I always see your streams and videos because I want learning, sir. Thank you. Send charts. Either people here don't know English or I have no ears. Raja, please do more videos of weekly trade recaps. I will. Thank you. Let's take a look at this chart by Omite. Sent a chart over here. Sells on pound yen. Oh, very nice. Looks like someone's taking the same trades here. Why gold is pushing so hard today to the downside? Because, you know, there's volume. I guess there's volume, and wow, look at that. It basically pushed, oh my God, so close till like 1772, 90, whatever, and now it's coming back in over here. If it comes and closes above 1775, then we have an active range between 1775 and 1778, 30 pip range, right? So you'll need then for price to break above 1778 and 1779 for price to continue up. That's the whole beauty about your ranges. Why can't I find your Instagram account? Because I've blocked you. That's why you can't find it. You're blocked there. Iron Man 2. Where's Iron Man 1? What happened to Iron Man 1? I'm consistently profitable on soft effects, but I'm break-even trader when I trade live. Am I missing something? Yes, SK. Look at your losses. Look at your losses and try to figure out how could you have taken a smaller loss. Just do that. That's it. Just do that. And it's a shame. It's a shame when people start trading. New traders really come with a lot of enthusiasm, come with a lot of motivation, and all that's like, you know, it goes out the window in the first, you know, week, 2 weeks, sometimes for some people, like, you know, 1 or 2 months. And the only thing you need to do at that point, if you're losing and losing and losing, the only one thing you need to do at that point is to just look to see how could you have taken a smaller loss. That's it. That's the only thing you need to focus on. How could you have taken a smaller loss? That's the only thing. You know, when you run a business and your business is bleeding money, you know what's the first thing goes through your mind? How can you stop the bleeding? How can you stop losing money in the business? So trading is a business. You know, don't come in here, lose money, deposit more, lose money, deposit more, and over and over and over again. Don't do that. When you're losing, just calm down, you know, sit back, put your feet like this, and just say, how could I have lost less in this trade? This is interesting. I lost a trade. I should be a great trader. I should be a master of this price action. How could I have lost less? That's all what you need to do. Don't take out your credit card and be like, okay, 4505 and 6464 expiry date, the 3 numbers at the back, and deposit more money. Don't do that. That's stupid. Why we need to wait another candle to close? Because it's the NY Open right now in 10 minutes. NY Open. It's not like we have to wait. It's like if I was looking for a sell for a fake out, I would be waiting. But as you can see, the two are one of amazing two members. They posted 2 charts. They took sells on pound yen. You know. Do you own the mini markets or IB? Yes. Not like we have to wait. Well, yeah, it's up to you. I'm so glad to hear you say that advice. Thank you. Hey, on TradingView bar, reply my win rate 7 to 75, but in real market get losses. Any advice? Any advice? Any advice? The only advice is what I just mentioned maybe like 2 minutes ago. I won like 3 to 5% in the last 3 months. Do you think I started increasing loss? And yeah, sure, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, increase it. Is that your son, Raja? Where? Grateful to be here. Amazing. Check Wali Baba. He is explaining why gold dropped and analysis. Is he speaking English? Is it in English? Because remember he said he's gonna start doing his streams in English. English. So let's take a look at that. What's his name? Wali Baba. Oh, there he is. Wali Baba. Listen to Wali Baba.
मेरा भी एक कान उड़ गया.
My ear has
धमाके में मेरा भी एक कान उड़ गया.
My ear has also flown.
ठीक है ना? हाँ.
Okay.
बाकी मैं पूछ रहा हूँ लेकिन कान जो है ना वो मेरा एक उड़ गया है.
Rest of me is safe, but my
ये ना समझना
one
कि
ear has
मैं
flown
पूछ
away.
बैठा हूँ. नो.
No.
मेरा एक कान उड़ा है. ठीक है.
My ear has flown.
मैं पूछ हूँ. तो अभी क्योंकि मैं जरा थोड़ा सा साइड पे था.
So I was away for a little bit.
जरा बड़ा ठीक है ना. लेकिन
I think you already explained it, man. Like we just came in the wrong time. You said you wanted to see GJ come back into the range for a fake out for sells. Would you still consider this in the range rejection? So would you then could take sells? Yeah, I mean, see, here's the thing. This 30-minute candle is going to close in about 8 minutes, and it's very clear that this whole thing has been a fake out. And if you want the next one to go down, you need to measure the range below this low. And this range below this low is 18, 17 pips. Now, of course, like, you know, if this is enough, if this is not enough range for you personally to trade, you can look to see, okay, how could you have taken this sell? Right, so let's remove these analysis. There were 2 people in the group, and also there were some other guys here in the gulag. They took the sell on pound yen, and the reason they took the sell was they took the sell based on the 30-minute creating resistance, and this 30-minute candle breaking the low for price to continue down. That's why they took the sell. So, you know, I think my fake out, this thing right here, was the thing. It was too over analyzed on the 15-minute time frame because I was more focused on sells on gold. So this is just way too overly analyzed. You know, on 30-minute, this made sense right here for price to break below the low to continue down. I think that was the correct way to look at these sells. Let's take a look at this chart over here. When the retracement will come, मुझे क्या पता यार? मुझे क्या पता? How do I know? ये किस किस्म का सवाल है? When will the how do I know when the retracement will come? How will I know? ये वही बात हुई यार. बिजली चली गई, ये कब आएगी? क्या पता कब आएगी? फोन करेंगे, एज मिलेगा. What do you think about my TP? Yeah, your TP is I think it's pretty I don't know, it's pretty big, man. But it could go there. But I think TP, it's not the question of how's my TP. The question is, how are you going to manage the trade as it, you know, breaks below 160, 600. That's what you gotta really look at. How are you gonna manage the trade as it breaks below that level? And look at this, a 30-minute candle. We got 5 minutes left here. Gold doesn't know what to do. Gold doesn't know whether it needs to close below 1775 or it needs to close above 1775. Gold has no idea what's going on. I will not tag you in my status again. Yeah, no problem. Iron Man 22. In NY session, if GJ goes down, gold goes up majority of the time. Yeah, sure. Gold is lost. I agree. Gold have negative correlation with GJ. Sure. Raja, is there a thing called overtrading? Absolutely. 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 There's a thing called overtrading. What happened to Daniel Savage? I don't know what happened to Daniel Savage, but I do know that karma got the best of him. That's what I do know. Karma got the best of him. And if I see him in the streets somewhere, I'm going to say it to his face. But here's what happened. There was okay, like, I'm not trying to, backbite or whatever, but this is something true. What happened was he made a story where he said, Raja Banks? Raja Banks? Raja Banks is irrelevant. No one knows him. That's what he did. And look where we are. Is your study on demand markets? Yes. Gold is not directly correlated with GJ. That's absolutely correct. What happened here, IG? It's not there anymore. Let's take a look at pound yen over here. Yeah, this would have been a pretty good seller. I think I overanalyzed it on the 15-minute time frame. Gold has negative correlation with DXY. Yes, that's correct. Is he a big guy when you met him? No, absolutely not. But let me tell you just one thing. Whenever people see me in person, when they meet me in person, they say, hey man, you're way bigger than we thought you were. And when I met Ted for the first time, I'm like, oh wow, you're way bigger than I thought you were. He's pretty big, man. He's a big guy. He's a 10. I wear pant size 34. This guy wears the pant size 38. Lengthwise. Big dude. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's correct. Did you memorize all the correlations? You were very good with them? Nope, not at all. The only correlation I know is that gold is inversely correlated to the dollar. Risk management for funding? Sure. Yeah. What happened to your Instagram? My enemies. Enemies, I'm telling you. Damn, I thought Ted was a short guy. No, man. Don't judge a book. Don't judge anyone by what you see in the on social media. Long gold if closing bullish. That's correct. Oh no, that's not correct. Not correct. Where are you gonna long it to? 1778? Wait for it to break 1778. Right now we're in this range over here now. You and what's temperature in Pakistan? It's pretty hot today. Are you trying to get shredded? Absolutely. Do you see his jawline coming in? I'm actually taking very, very good care of my health. I've been doing that for the past 9 months now. Do you look at GU for trades? No, I don't. But if someone sends a chart, absolutely I'll look at it. Why was silent in the chart looking for you? I owe him. I owe him some money. Did Uncle Ted older than you? Sure. Do you know Q Banks? No. What cycle you running? 0. I'm running the cycle of boiled chicken and cucumbers. That's the cycle I'm running. How long you stop smoking the herb for? Till I... The what? What herb? Who might be behind your Insta? I am. Me. I'm behind my own Insta. What's your diet every day? This morning I had 5 boiled eggs with a toast of peanut butter, and I had a protein shake. And soon I'm going to have some chicken and cucumbers, and that's the end for today. All right, there we go. NY Open is upon us, and pound yen, yeah, it can, I guess, probably very well continue on till 16700 over here. Gold, we basically closed back down over here, so selling at this point, I think it's going to be very difficult. It's very difficult. Raja is such a Taurus. Yes, I am a Taurus. Only 2 meals a day? Yes, 2 meals a day. And some ice cream probably in the evening time or whatever. I munch a lot in the evening, but not a lot. Not a lot. I don't munch on some bad stuff. Like if I want to eat some sugar, I'm going to go eat bananas or sweet potatoes or something like that. Wick, Phil, and GJ, sure. Yeah, makes sense for price to continue pushing down towards 16700. What's the worst quarter for day trading when you're over trading? Where do brokers get the money from when traders win? Liquidity. What about Mighty Zinger? Sometimes, but only one bun. What's your daily calories intake? I have no idea. I've never tracked it. I come from the time where if you want to lose weight, you stop eating a lot of carbs. You're gonna lose weight. You know, maybe if I was born after 2000, I would know about macro and micro and caloric deficit and intake and all that crap. How long would gold go before closing 1775? No idea. No idea. You know. Raja, is this you at the gym? Rest in peace. How is that to do? What is that to do with smoking? Is not good for you. Absolutely correct. With 2 meals a day, is it okay with going gym? You don't feel weak? No, I don't feel weak. No, I don't feel weak because I get great sleep. I sleep maybe like 5 hours a day, 5 hours at night, and my deep sleep is like most of that time, you know, and during that time your body is recovering. I think my body produces normal than average testosterone during that time. So when I wake up and I'm ready to go to the gym and smash some iron, I go really, really hard at the gym, you know, and then once I'm done, I have to take a nap at the daytime. So I take a nap in the daytime, and then more testosterone is produced to do these live streams here. So that's why there's never a dull moment on the live streams. Never, ever. Some people may call me cocky or arrogant and all that stuff, but that's what makes the live streams entertaining. That's all what it does, makes them entertaining. There's no other person here on the live stream with me, you know, to participate or to fill any silence gaps, because there are no silent gaps. There are no silent gaps. Unless I go for a tea run or coffee run or we have a stop loss. But other than that, it's pure entertainment. It's on and on and on. Like you can use this live stream as like a show you want to listen to while you drive to your long job or whatever you want to leave or whatever the thing is. Since you've been going to the gym for a very long time, I bet you can tell 90% of social media bodybuilders are in gear. Absolutely. What food will the servant make today? The servant is not going to make any food because we hired a cook. So she comes and she makes the food. So yeah,
Ande de Porgi, bro.
Ande de Porgi. Nah, no oil, bro. No oil.
Yeah, man, no oil, brother. We gotta stay strong.
No oil.
How are you keeping, Raja?
Amazing. Better than I was maybe 10 years ago.
Okay, good, man.
Yeah.
Miss you, brother. Yo, come back to Brampton for 2 days, man.
Brampton
That's it,
for
man.
2 days, and then the monkeypox shit happens, and then I'm stuck in Canada for 4 months.
Yo,
those 4 days can turn into 4 months. Really?
Yo, that's so true, brother. Okay, I stay. Yo, don't come, bro. I'll come see you.
Yeah.
Horian.
Come to Miami.
Miami, bro, I want to come, but I got friggin' COVID in the beginning of the thing, and the PCR takes up to 3 months.
Who cares, man? Just
okay, I'll drive.
Fly.
I'll drive down, bro.
Just fly. Just get a.
No, man, I'll drive, man. I'm too Punjabi for that shit.
So listen, what do they do at the border? What do they do at the border? You know what they do at the border in Dubai, you know, and it's very, very strict, right? Because the whole country,
bro.
runs its own tourism. You know, they're very
Yeah.
strict. I
Same
go
thing
over
with
there.
Hong Kong. When I went to Hong Kong, same thing. These guys are very protective.
Yeah, exactly. So we go there. They ask for the vaccination card, right? And you know what my vaccination card is? It's a
Uh,
screenshot on my phone. It's literally a screenshot on my phone. The guy looks at it.
bro,
He zooms in. It's a screenshot on WhatsApp. So you know when you zoom in
that's
WhatsApp,
hilarious.
it's all pixelated. They see that.
Yeah.
They
And
look
he's
at
like, yeah,
me,
you're good.
and then they're
You're
like,
good, bro.
"Okay, yalla, come." That's it. That's all what they
Bro,
do.
this is beautiful.
Yeah. So
That's
you wanna,
beautiful.
bro, you wanna fly? It's that at the border. That's it.
Yeah, okay, cool, man. Yo, you know in Hong Kong, man, Mount Tagasi, fucking 100 friggin' sorry for swearing. 100 cameras, full hand scan. Bro, I thought I was going to like Guantanamo Bay. Crazy, bro. That's a heart attack for a Punjabi guy, man. You know how much paronte I eat, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, brother.
exactly.
I'm just gonna watch now, but man, I miss you, bro, and yeah, we'll kick it soon, man.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, we will.
Okay, brother.
You should start a podcast. What else this is? This is a podcast. This is a podcast that runs every day. You know, and oh wow, look, so much volume. We didn't even move up to make a top wick. We're continuing down. Same thing happened with gold over here. You guys remember this candle? So much volume pre-New York. Wow, pushed just down. Didn't even push up. So pound yen here, same thing. So much volume, didn't even push up. So these things you learn by watching and like watching them, seeing it over and over again. So then you kind of like map these probabilities in your head and you take the trade. And when you take the trade, a new trader will look at that and say, hey, why'd you take this trade? There's no wick above that candle. Like, why'd you take that trade? And in your mind, you're saying, huh, what do you know about that, rookie? What do you know? What do you know about experience? So that's what goes through your mind. You're like, okay, you know what? Retesting, downtrend, this time of volume, it broke the low, it didn't make a top wick. Yeah, higher probability to go down. And it goes down, you win the trade, and the rookie looks at you. He's like in utter shock. He's like, wow. And you look at him and you're like, yeah, this is exactly what was supposed to happen. I was supposed to win and secure a trade. What is your full name? Doesn't matter. What pair are you looking at? What pair do you think we're looking at? Where do you get a screenshot from? I don't want the vaccine. What do you mean you don't want the vaccine? You should get the vaccines. They're important. You want to keep everyone safe. What do you mean you don't want the vaccine? You think I got the screenshot just by doing what? You have to get the vaccines. It's very important. You have to keep everyone safe. This is why we're all over here. This is why we're in the live stream here. To support the narrative. And you have to get all those vaccines. Wow. Can't believe they allowed you to use the internet without the vaccine. So mad right now. We have to keep the economy running. That's true as well. Can't believe it. What about COMEX play at 420? No, 820. But man, this is, how many pips has it fallen since it broke the low? It has fallen around 7 pips over here. Runner up 30 pips on GJ. Oh, very nice. Very nice, Noah. Love your sarcasm comments. So clutch every time. Hey guys, listen. How many people we have on YouTube right now? We have around 2,400 people here on YouTube, right? 2,400 people on YouTube. Go to my YouTube right now and subscribe to the channel, because here's what I have planned for YouTube. I have planned so much stuff on YouTube. So much stuff on YouTube. Watch this one right here too. There's so much stuff you can do on YouTube, which I was just wasting my time on Instagram. I was doing such amazing content videos on Instagram, and it was just a waste of time. YouTube, I just found this too late, but too late is not too late, because I'm verified now. I'm the top dog on the Forex live streamers now on YouTube. Verified. That doesn't mean anything anyway. Everyone gotta get monkeypox. Yeah, okay. Why do I get blind to the charts after losing a couple of times? I start taking random trades. Yeah, Mark Solomon, I think the problem is that you can't accept a loss. You have to accept the loss. And this mostly happens with males in the Forex industry. Not a lot of it happens with the females. Most of it happens with the males. Most of the males here, you overtrade because you can't accept the loss. Maybe you're a top G in your life at whatever job you have. Maybe you're so good in life. Maybe you've excelled so much in life that you can't accept the loss here in the market. You're like, oh, I can't take this loss. It hurts my ego. It hurts my manlyhood at this point. Let me just go back at it again. And that's where you just gotta stop and chill. My Twitter account is Raja Banks 2. What stocks on the screen? This is pound yen, buddy. This is not stocks. No, sorry, this is gold, metal. Why didn't you take the GJ I didn't take the GJ because I was already 3 trades in at this point. What about cisgender? How do they do? I have no idea what that is. I have no clue what that is. You know, people from the 1980s generation, we don't know what that is. This may be a bit reckless, but it works for me. If you find yourself struggling to take a loss and wanting to emotionally overtrade, close the charts. Yeah, close the charts. आपके नाम के साथ bank क्यों लिखा है? So the guy said, why is there bank written next to your name? I don't know, you have to ask YouTube. You need to be, we are taught to be number 1 in life, but in markets, you need to be number 2 always. That's correct. That's absolutely correct. Because you run the big gold comics in 9 minutes, that's true. What's the name of the indicator on the charts that shows you how many trades you have per day? Your brain? You could use your brain? Who asked this question? Relaxing ambience. Buddy, you want to see an indicator that tells you how many trades you took in a session? You can memorize that. What's wrong? What's wrong over here? Can't you just consciously know how many trades you took? Like, this is an indicator right here. It shows me I took 1, 2, 3 trades today. And oh my God, man, this is madness. I thought we were trying to get some smart people here on a Monday, but we got the doors of retards open once again. I'm sorry for everybody.
Bro, you're literally on the tab that says history. These guys can't see what you're doing, or what's going on?
Currently, I'm working as a software engineer and I want to become a full-time trader. Could you please share some advice? Yes, keep working as a software engineer. Like, you know, all the money you save from the software engineering job, use that money to fund your trading habit. But don't overfund it like, you know, crackheads do, where they just spend all their money doing drugs, because trading is like a drug. You know, the fact that you're here on this live stream just listening to us talk right now and do analysis while you're doing software engineering and trying to be a full-time trader because you're passionate about it, but don't make it addictive, because this is very, very, very addictive. Someone tell this guy to yeah, don't do that. You know, like maybe here's what you want to do. You want to probably invest like $100 or $200 towards you know, at this hobby. Or man, this is exactly what you should do. You're a software engineer, you're probably making over 50 grand a year, right? Fund your trading account with $200 and trade that $200. Trade that $200 for 2-3 months. Every time you blow $200, deposit it again and trade it for 2 or 3 months. Then whichever 2 or 3 months, right? Once the 3 months is over, so we'll go with 3 months. Once 3 months is over and you find out that your $200 is at $400 or $450 and you've been consistent, withdraw that money and buy yourself a funded account. That's a great advice, right? Buy yourself a funded account. That way you're buying yourself a trading challenge, which is going to challenge to see whether you're profitable or not. Right? So by trading that $200 for 3 months and making it a profitable account, you have proven to yourself that you're profitable with a small amount. If you can be consistent and disciplined and profitable with a small amount, bro, 100% funded challenges are going to be a joke to you. They're going to be a joke to you. You know, if you really want to trade big accounts, all you got to do is do that. You know, I know so many people who've lost so many challenges over the past 5 months over and over and over again, and all they had to do was to test themselves on a small account in like 2 or 3 months, save 1 month, and then make money with watch Andrew Tate, you become top G. I don't need to. Hey bro, so I always struggle with how to manage trade at this point. I'm up 33 pips on runner. Should I close at the end of 30? Trail? I don't know which. Oh, probably you're in what? Pound yen? Yeah, just secure and let like a small position run. Maybe put stops above this 15-minute candle, but secure. And once this 15-minute candle breaks the low, bring the stops above this 15-minute candle, you know, something like that. Andrew Tate is a walking L. No, he's not. He's got a Bugatti. Do the wicks on a 30-minute candle time frame from GJ that I've just formed validate the range. What? A wick on the 30-minute? This one right here? No wick. I mean, yeah, it could go down. It can go down. He's very smart. You know what he's done with his marketing, what he's done with his like, you know, reach, exposure, and influence and impressions on all social media. It's insane. It's very, very commendable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Sorry, you mean gold? Do the wicks on 30-minute time frame for GJ that have formed invaded the range? Yeah, I mean this is just like tough now. You know, it's like we're kind of like rejecting this area now for further sells. Oh, yeah, we're kind of like rejecting that area now for sells. So I don't know. I think you'll need price to really break below 70-72 with a lot of pressure to go down. But even having a wicks now to the left hand side, you know, right here, this is the question of, okay, when are we going to start to correct this move? Because if we break here, then next we come down over here. And if we break here, then next we come down at, you know, 1768. So just got to wait to see some sort of a market structure form on the 1 hour here as well. Raja, do we wait for the 30-minute candle to close, or once it broke the low, just enter? Oh, I think I just answered that. Yeah, just answered that question there. Oh wow, look at that. We're basically consolidating here now. Let's take a look at pound yen. Yeah, so I guess that was a correct analysis here as well on pound yen. Moved about 17 pips down to 160,700. Still don't understand. Maybe rewatch it. Oh, you don't know what comics is? I honestly don't even know what that is. I'm sorry. I think people need a reminder to subscribe and like the video. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You should subscribe and you should tell all your friends about it and everyone about it. Everyone about it. This is like the Joe Rogan of Forex right here. Raja, some days you talked about firm losing 350,000. Please tell how do you deal with that loss so positively. I took that loss as a learning lesson, a very important learning lesson. Whenever you have a loss in life, take that as a learning lesson. There's always something good in that loss. Always, all the time. Maybe in that moment, we can't see what's good in that loss. Maybe in that moment, you know, but at the end of the day, there's always something good in whatever loss you have. And always take that as a learning lesson. You know, like whatever like, you know, now someone's gonna say, oh, what if this happens, this that happens. I mean, I don't know about that, haven't experienced that, but so far all the losses I've had, I've actually learned from all those losses. Yeah, so we'll see. Scandinavian media stream started now to talk about Andrew Tate and ask teenage boys what to think of him. Holy, yeah, because it gets views. Wow, look at this pound yen moving over here, moving and grooving. That's the opening of the gold and silver exchange. That's correct. How is your trading style different from Kervin and Jeevan? I have no idea. Never ever looked at their trading style. Comet Comics is coming up over here. And from what I've seen, the volume at Comet Comics, I think it should break above 1776.20 and continue up. The Comet Comics. We'll see. Comet Comics is coming up. Right here. Comet Comics. We call it the Comet Comics because it moves like a comet. Comet Comics. Oh, wow. Look at that. Boom. Let's go. Comet Comics volume. Anyway. What's your prediction about news? I have no idea. Jeevan isn't good at trading, only repeating what the news is. Jeevan is quite shit. Let me send this to Jeevan. Oh man, this is so hilarious. We actually roast each other all the time. So this is incredible. Oh wow, look at that. Comet Comics came in and boom. Straight up. Comet Comics doesn't lie. Jeevan. This is actually hilarious. Alright. If someone wants to start YouTube stream, what you will suggest build? Just start, man. Just start. Stop overthinking. Just start. I started Twitter. Guys, I started Twitter and my Twitter is blowing up right now. It's actually insane. My Twitter. And I haven't... Yeah, look at this twister. Yeah, Twitter. Let's go to my Twitter. Can I see my tweets without logging in? Oh yeah, I can see my tweets without logging in right here. Look at this, my Twitter over here. And my session is upon us. Time to gamble. Raja Banks 2 is my Twitter name. The government only cares about you as a fisherman cares about his worm. Used you as bait. Verified. Yeah, I post a lot of stuff on my Twitter. That's my arm after a workout this morning. Yeah, this is my biggest drawdown I've had so far in 2022. 2.2. I don't see this increasing. Just joking here. Not begging you guys to follow me. I could give two fucks. But look at this right here. Comet Comics. It worked amazingly. 1778. I've been watching it for a couple of months now. Wow. Yeah, Jeevan actually, he explained the gold drop on CPI. His analysis was solid. His analysis was very solid. Follow for follow. I don't follow. I only follow a select 4 people. Elon Musk. And there are 2 other guys. So unless someone is Elon Musk, because I want to see good content, you know, and I really like Elon's content, and trust me, you guys are really gonna love my content on Twitter as well, unless you're gonna see it without following me, which is still fine. I don't care. Also Elon, man, this Comet Comics so incredible. Did pound yen drop? Yeah, still dropping, whatever. But wow, see here, YouTube guys who haven't subscribed yet, see that? See how painfully easy Monday was today, except for this loss over here. It was so painfully easy. We called the gold drop right here. We called the pound yen drop right here. Some people took the drop from here, right? We called the gold buy over here. Oh wow, 40 pips over here. Why this candle is flying? Because this is Comet Comics. Because also we've had a big rejection down at the bottom here as well, you know. But mostly it's Comet Comics. How come you don't trade? I will now from now on. Did you see the Indian guy in Slack that called Comet Comics and yeah, I saw that. Oh, that was so hilarious. Oh man, Ted just is like, what the fuck? Fucking making a joke out of it. Comet Comics. Holy. But wow, Comet Comics just broke the lid off of this price action right here. Do you trade oil? No. Wow, this is insane. Let's actually see what happened. Australian dollar, a fundamental story. Yeah, that shouldn't make price go up. But This is the power of Comet Comics. This is awesome. This is so great, the way it's moving at this point. Wow. Who would have imagined gold's going to go like this at Comet Comics? Who would have imagined that? But we called it right here from 1776 all the way up towards, oh wow, didn't call it that way. Called it till 1778, but I think it gave us a generous 50 pips over here. Do you think scalping is the most profitable trading style? I think for me, scalping has been amazingly profitable. This move on gold could be a retest of the previous broken support. Yeah, it could be. Let's take a look on the higher time frame. Yep. But we're correcting this whole move. I think, okay, here's what I think. I think since on the news tab, we didn't really see anything substantial that made gold go down. So I think this whole move on gold down was a impulse move. And now with volume coming in, you know, New York Open, we're correcting that impulse move. I think that's what's happening. Yeah. I think that explanation is going to make me sleep better today. That we're correcting that move, impulse move. What pair is this? This is gold. What was the video where Ted explained Comic Comics? This was the stream on my birthday, the 20th May. Kumpa Daboda Skuriu Akunt. I don't know what you're saying. Just bagged 70 pips on gold. Thank you. Oh, very, very well done. Nice. Beautiful. Very nice. GJ cells are also playing out really well. Very nice. So happy. Got lucky, got 100 pips in 10 minutes. Beautiful. Now I got strategy on comics. When the MT5 closes with wikis, it's gonna go up or down. Yeah, let's do that way too. I think today was a very easy session today. Right? I think this day was a very, very amazing session. Very easy session. No sort of BS happening, and someone saying, "Oh my God, what is comics?" Oh my God, what is comics? Guys, this was the Comet Comics open move right here. The Comet Comics strategy, which all the guys here in the Zoom, they know that now. That strategy, we're selling it for 18,000 a month. Because look how much it can get you. It can get you 75 pips every day. For 18,000 a month, I think you can make your money back in only 2 minutes. In only 2 minutes, you will make your money back. Don't believe me? Look at this. Look at this right here. This is 1 minute, and then this is 2 minutes. 30 pips. In 2 minutes. Money back guarantee in 2 minutes. But past performance does not guarantee future results. That's what they say, right? On every signals. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. So if we keep losing, don't blame us. You sign up to an algo, they say the same thing. Hey, previous wins don't guarantee future results. And almost all the algos fail. Almost all the algos on Instagram that we've seen that people have launched, they all failed. What advice do you have for me as a new trader? Manage your risk. What would you advise me as a new trader? What percentage of capital gain tax do you have to pay in Dubai? Capital gain tax, 0%. What would advice? I don't give no advices, man. What is this? What kind of show you think you're on over here? Steve Harvey. Gold. If the gold 4-hour break closes above 1740.85, this could be, yeah, it could. Then that means we're closing back in the range, you know? Yeah, it's the same idea I've drawn right here. 84, yeah, 84, 80. Oh, wow. Oh, damn. Look at that. It's galloping like a horse. This is no correction of impulse move. This is something happening in the market. And we will figure that out now. dailyfx.com. Let's figure that out. What is going on? 14 minutes ago, they're all charts here. How do you see news? Calendar. Market outlook. Real-time news. Market outlook. Putin. Is it? Could be China and Taiwan. Yeah, look. Angry China stages more drills against Taiwan's lawmakers. China's angry now. Could have been China.
Raj, I think it was under markets. You missed it.
Where?
If you go back to the site you were at, it said gold holds price at day.
Where?
On the site, go up to market news. You're hovering your mouse.
Oh yeah.
There, gold price update. Resistance continues to hold gold at bay.
Oh yeah, we know that, but like, what's causing it?
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Empire State Manufacturing Index. No, I don't think so. I don't think Empire State is that strong. Raja, I started trading at 16. Now I'm 18. Congratulations. I just graduated high school. I can fully focus on trading. I'm doing 100K and it's going very well. Very good, Pigeon Man. But at the same time, get yourself a job as well at the same time. Get yourself a job. Think about college. Think about university, but think about something more than high school. Trading, this is a hobby, and I know you're young, but this is coming as from a experienced grown up to you. I'm 35 now, 35 years old. Get a hobby, get a job, something, or go for like college, or go for a skill that's going to make you more money than a minimum wage. Because if this trading hobby, it doesn't work out, and you're young, very young, you need to have a plan B. You need to have a plan B. When guys say, oh, I only have plan A and that's it, that only works when you're actually starting a business. Trading is borderline gambling. You need a plan B, 100%. So that's an advice I'm going to give to you. And it's up to you if you want to follow it or not, because I know, as a young person, you could think that you're going to conquer the world. You can think that, yeah, you can do it. You've seen people do it, blah, 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 blah. They have these cars and that cars, man, trust me, all these cars and stuff, they comes from somewhere else, So just like, you got to calm down and breathe. Pass the challenge, have a job on the side. You're going to be much happier that way. It moved because of pre-markets data you talked about earlier. Yes, exactly. Perfect. Very, very well done. I was looking to see who's going to point that out to me. And Mr. Forex Academy pointed that out. That the pre-market data was pretty bad and that made gold go up. Look, we broke above the high over here as well. And we moved up over here. Raja bro, I'm down 100K. So was I. And now I'm not. Is it really this? Is it really? Let's see over here. Empire State Housing. Ooh, super bad. Super bad, but it wasn't that, And the reason why it wasn't that, because this was that news scandal. Maybe price was pricing it in, right? Do you recommend everyone taking the challenge? I recommend anyone who's profitable and they don't have access to big money, they should take the challenge. Pound yen is also dropping over here. It was an amazing move here. Beautiful move. Look, we do this for free every day. This is absolutely free. Some days we lose. Well, some people may want to argue, okay, well, most days we lose, but sometimes we win. And that's also very important because we win big. How to pay your membership fee from Pakistan without having PayPal? That's very easy. Email us. Email sales@marketfluidity.com and you're going to get your answer. What would you do if you lose all your money? I think it's borderline impossible for me to lose all my money. In my trading account, that's totally fine. I have way more put away than what I have in my trading account. It's not all my money in my trading account. Have assets in different companies, because that's the one thing. When I really started making money, when I really started making some coin that would really have a huge impact on where I don't have to worry about groceries, I don't have to worry about like bills, gas and stuff like that. Now, I don't want to brag or anything like that. I don't even know what a loaf of bread costs. For the past year and a half, I have no idea what a loaf of bread costs. No clue. So so the story was, yeah, as I was saying, once I started creating good amount of monetary return for myself financially, I started to think about maybe there's someone who can take it all away. And Ted has also talked about that a lot too, that maybe there's someone who's constantly working to take it all away, everything away. Because there are always people working in the shadows to bring you down all the time. And for me to be safe from that thought process, I needed different assets in different places where that one person has no access to. You know, Canada, Pakistan, Dubai, we're thinking about US, we're thinking about different places. So if one place we're not, like, something happens, we know, boom, get on a plane, boom, go to the other place, and to second place, then to third place. So safe in different aspects. So when this guy Andrew Tate came along in social media and he started talking about, having like different assets in different places, and I'm like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Like when you make a certain amount of money, you start to think of things that way. Like maybe like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, that never even crossed my mind. But after 2020, I had the biggest returns I ever had in 2020. That I started to think about those things, that, okay, how can I really diversify in a way where one government doesn't have access to everything else spread out? Will you ever let your account grow over 3M? I don't know. I just withdraw what I need, basically. So I don't know. Trading returns in 2020 are everywhere. 2020 was a huge turning point, especially with trading. Have you thought about retiring from FX? No, it's fun. I enjoy it. I really enjoy trading. I really enjoy trading. Back in the day, we needed a TV, and and at that time, I was just experimenting with 2 lots and 3 lots. I was just experimenting with it, and we really needed a new TV, and TV at that point, like a 55-inch TV, was like this was when the 4K TVs came out, right? This was for about like $800, and I was experimenting with, like, 2.5 to 3 lots, I remember. But so I took this trade. It was a buy trade I took, and it was one of those wick fill trades, right? And I took this trade, and I'm like, okay, I know this trade is going to run into like 10 to 15 pip profits. I have one position open right now. Let me open a second one, and if I make over $1,000, I'm going to withdraw that, and we're going to go get a TV. And this was a discussion I was having with myself, And price went in profits. It went to about 1,200. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get 85-inch. No, not the 65-inch. So it went to like 1,200. It started retracing. I saw it like 1180, 1150, 40, 30. As it came down to 1110 and 1100, I closed the trade. Did a withdrawal. 2 days later, the withdrawal came to me, and I was like, okay, perfect. Hey, we're gonna go get that TV. So that's how I thought back in the day, like, when trading was going well enough where I was withdrawing consistently, just everything was like, okay, we got to go out. Let's try to make about, like $150, $100, $150. Back in the day, going out for 2 people for $150, that was a lot. It's still a lot. This is the stuff dreams are made of. Absolutely correct. Why buying that TV with FX profits felt good? Oh, was buying that TV? Absolutely, it felt good. It felt amazing because now I didn't want to see my bank balance go down by $700. All I knew was that I printed money in maybe 15 minutes from the market to go buy a 55-inch TV. That made it real. That made it real. Like a lot of people, you guys can profit. You guys can profit in the first 2-3 days, and that profit sometimes, it's equals to 55% of what you make at your job. A lot of people do that, and then you lose those profits. So you got to make those profits real. You gotta withdraw that money and make it real. Once that money becomes real, it's in your hand. You're like, holy fuck, this is what I printed in the market. This is with me right now. Thoughts on GJ sells? Great. Some guys have runners running, amazing. GJ 1 hour, 4 hour clean down after low breaks. Yeah, let's take a look over here. How far we can go. Oh yeah, we can go further more over here. This is a, yeah, clean candles. Let's take a look at this wick on the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, okay. This is where 30-minute may have issues right here because this is where we had issues before. So yeah, you know, it's good. If you miss the sells, then you got to wait for a retest or something. What's your opinion on win rate versus risk reward? There's no such thing as, I mean, risk reward is subjective. I bought Qurbani from my profit this year, felt great. Oh, amazing. MashaAllah, bro. Very nice. But yeah, this is great pound yen sells here today, man. Almost 40 pips running over here. Please visit northern areas. Make a vlog. We'll enjoy it for sure. I think you can look at some vlogs on YouTube that would be better than me. If you start from zero again, what's you gonna do? If I start from zero, I'm gonna go get myself a sales job. That's what I would want to do. I would go get myself a sales job, but something that's only gonna give high commissions, so I can build a base. You know, or if I have rent and stuff like that, I would go get a full-time job or a sales job with a salary, and then I would move from there to a. What's an example of a sales job? What's an example of a sales job? You can sell furniture in a store. You can sell services online. You know, you can do like all sorts of stuff. You know, you can sell door to door. Oh wow, look at that! This is incredible the way price fell here on pound yen. Incredible, amazing. When do you justify trading full time? When you're withdrawing consistently and you're only using the money from those withdrawals in, or you're like, you know, you start withdrawing your rent or stuff like that, or 50% of your rent every month or like that. So anyway, I'm gonna head off over here. Take care, guys. Have fun. We're gonna see you guys on Wednesday. Adios and toodly doodle doo. Close. Let's go. Thank you for joining in. I do appreciate everybody. We'll see you. All right, Gulag. This is the end of the road here for you guys. You guys can go and have some fun and tell all your friends and family about this channel so that we can grow and grow and grow and grow. And then maybe one day I can get a what do you call that? A golden YouTube thing, and then I'm gonna break it in pieces and distribute it to everybody. Take care.